Hey everybody, it's Chat with Trina's Sister Circle time again, and I am being joined today by two of my very favorite people. Miss Briana Clay, the best waitress and server in H-Town, and then Miss Katia Goudeau, the bartender extraordinaire. And now the brand new owner of her own business, Good Drinks, which she'll tell you more about that later. Hey y'all, this is Trina with Chat with Trina, and I'm here today with. Wait a minute, my picture is hiding your pretty face. Okay, so I'm here with Briana Clay, Miss Bree as we call her, and Miss Tia. How do I get to see your? There you go, Tia. She's gonna be on for a minute or two. Thank you, ladies. Um, Today this is our my special sister circle um what do I call it? Sister Circle segment. And so what we're going to do, we're actually going to talk a little bit about, because we all kind of have worked in and out of the entertainment business, the club business, and that kind of stuff. So we're going to kind of talk about the difficulty in having a relationship, different things like that in when you're working in this type of business. We also have a few questions from my man cave men. I asked them to send me some questions in for the ladies, and I have those here. And so in between the time that we talk about the topic, we will ask a question or two from what they sent me. They really sent some interesting questions. I don't even know if we can answer them in one show. So, yeah, y'all ready, ladies?
I'm ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Is Bree looking at it? So can she see it?
Yeah, you can see it. She's good to go.
Good. Okay. Oh, I see her. Okay. I want to. All right. First things first. Tia, real quick, tell us who you are. Besides Tia, first and last
Oh,
name.
Goudeau. Continue
Oh,
Goudeau.
good.
I am owner and operator of Good Drinks. It's a bartending service. I provide services for private parties, private events. I also sell adult drinks, Jello shots, party punches, all of that. You can find me on Instagram at Good Drinks underscore. Good is GOUD drinks
I was
underscore.
gonna say that. Goued. Drinks.
GOUD.
Gouд. Okay. Good drinks.
Yes.
Y'all, she sell alcoholic Capri Suns. So
Correct.
Yes, and Jello shots.
Boston
and Jello shots.
and Jello shots.
And y'all know she is the bartender extraordinaire, the mixologist. She's the creator of the what was I? The little what was my drink? The diva, the little diva. I think I don't know. Bree, who are you?
I'm Bree. I am an HR manager at a hospital in the Woodlands. I also have been working in the bartending, waitressing, club business for over 10 years. Uh, I've been an HR manager for probably about 5 years now. That's pretty much it. I wish I was selling and doing all that, but that's pretty much it. COVID-19 has
We
taken
got you covered.
my life 100%.
All of us.
Yes.
How are y'all feeling about COVID and what it's doing? Tia, with you were already, God must have knew something, right? Because you was already transitioning into doing this.
Yeah. Well, what's she was going to school, right? She was going to school when she was. Is that what she was doing?
Are you saying right now?
No, before when you became HR.
Yes, I went to school and I started school for medical coding. I went to school to be a registered nurse. I started doing all that good stuff, and then my heart went to HR. I fell in love with human resources and fell in love with my staff, and it's just
And you moved up very quickly
yeah,
because you
I
started off
did.
as the
Yeah, I started off working in administration and just working with my now director in operations. I can restart a generator. I work with maintenance. And
but that's like the club business too.
it's been a
Right.
whirlwind. It's been a whirlwind.
That's like the club business too. We gotta fix stuff.
Oh gosh, yes. I have literally taken off my heels and crawled all the way up into a duct. So I mean I can tell you that was 6 years ago. I haven't had to do that lately, but yeah, that was me. And also again, like I said, I would do that during the day and I would leave there go home, change clothes, and 7 o'clock at night be at a bar and ready to work, and then go home at 3 a.m. and be back up at 6. So that was my life for years. This is actually, since COVID started, was my first time not working a second job about 3 months ago. This is my first year since I was about 16, not working 2 jobs.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is my first year not working.
How does that feel?
I
feel like you're supposed to be doing something.
I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something. Yes. It's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing and a curse. I feel like I have more time to figure out who I am, more time to be with family. But at the same time, when I wake up on a Saturday morning and, you know, I have the rest, but my mind is also going. So I want something. I have idle hands. I want to be doing something. But also I'm busy. Like, so work is constant, and I'm constantly getting calls. And as you know, Miss Trina, you know, mental health is at an all-time high. And with my job being in human resources, it is also to be an ear for everyone else. So you forget that your feelings also need to be, you know, there. So I'm literally on the phone all day long, Monday through Sunday, you know, handling that as well. So it's been tough. So I mean, I guess I still feel like I'm working a second job. I do.
Is your hospital testing?
We are testing, but since I am a full-fledged hospital, we are testing as a full emergency room visit. The difference between us and a regular testing center is that we are considering our visits an emergency room visit, versus where you could go to one of our sister hospitals or sister clinics and you can actually be tested quickly in and out of the door, just a quick test. Where you come, where I am, which is Rayford and 45, you can be, you know, come in as an emergency room visit. Some of the sister places, or where you hear on the, you know, on the news where it says get in and go get tested. You don't have any symptoms. You can go in, you can pay cash, $55, be tested, it's it. In my place, you have to have some type of symptoms or come in contact with somebody who has had COVID. You have to have the symptoms, you have to come in contact. That is what, you know, the CDC has given us our guidelines.
How has COVID affected y'all's businesses?
Okay, well, 2 or 3 weeks before the like lockdown quarantine happened, I had actually quit the nightclub job that I was working at. So I was solely 100% working for myself. Actually, business picked up during the pandemic, so that's
that's probably the biggest business ever. Is that
if the clubs are closed and people, they are at home, so they want to drink, and I made drinks, and so business did pick up. The only thing that I can say that I was affected by was events canceled, deposits, refunds to people who had put money down for certain events. That's the only thing. Like, I had a full calendar. When I quit, I had a full almost year calendar. I had events all the way as far as up until October. But when that happened, it definitely, I had to cancel. With the stuff being canceled, I had to go ahead and, it affected me in that option. But other than that, it was fine.
What about your kids in school? I know the kids, how are they doing with?
Yeah, I'm glad it's summer.
You were homeschooling. How did that work?
I was also, the kids were in school, but I also was in school. So it was rough to be at home trying to help 3 kids, 3 different grade levels, maneuver their schoolwork, also working home businesses, and also having to do my schoolwork. Those 3 things.
Oh, that's right. You are in school.
Right. And when I picked my school load, it was based upon the kids being in school during the day. So once they were at home, it just kind of, wrecked everything that I had going on at first. But we adjusted and we got through the school year. So I'm glad it's over.
Oh, well, that's good. So, what about Bree? I know for you, the place you were working at, it closed down because they shut the club down at first.
Yes. So of course everything shut down. I was no longer working. Things did open back up. Unfortunately, my position specifically did not come back. So I have not gone back. I've not been able to work. And then, of course, back on Friday, they did shut back down. I don't know what the future will hold as far as me getting back into the bar industry or waitressing industry. I don't know what will happen. I mean, I guess we will see.
Yeah. What do y'all think about the new normal? Like, if we, I've had suggestions, or I made suggestions like little small clubs may work out because, you know, they can fit just a few people, or I don't know. What do y'all think about the new normal? Where are we going?
Clubs.
I know.
It's like if you can't be somewhere without a mask on, how are you gonna be in the club?
Yeah, you have to
Like
sit at the
this.
table and you can't. Yeah, I
You
mean,
can't
I
eat your
did it.
food. You can't put on no lipstick.
Somebody said that to me this
You
morning.
know, I
They were
love
like,
lipstick.
So you put on outside your mask, right?
I know. You,
a picture I haven't
Y'all
posted
in
on
the mask.
Facebook yet of a lady with one of the little. It's a button, and you undo the button to suck through the straw.
Oh, well, there you go. That also defeats the purpose of a mask. I just have to say that from the middle.
Exactly. If you're opening it and
That still
exposing
defeats
yourself.
the purpose.
But you know, yeah. So yeah, it's sad. It's crazy. I would have never thought we would have been in this position, right?
How has it affected you since you're like in the dance community and y'all are more like I mean
I really feel my face getting fat.
because like a lot of
Sorry.
us go to the club and we just sit there we chilling, but
Yeah.
y'all you go to dance.
I go to dance if I don't, unless I'm going to hear live music. That's what I don't want to go to no club if I ain't dancing. So, it has affected most of us because some of us still out there dancing. Ain't none of my business.
Sure.
But
That's not
I
my
ain't
business.
going. Well, and if the places I've gone have had been like 3 or 4 people in there, but I'm not doing no dancing. I'm not trying to touch nobody. But in my mind, in the future, it will probably be, gloves. I think the people that were having their classes at Chicago Bar and Grill, I think they were using gloves and masks. I don't mind dancing with the mask on. It's just, we're gonna have to wash our hands more often. I think the club should have more of those little machines to where you can walk up and do your hands. So I think there's a way. I think it's going to be, it's gonna, just like at regular clubs, it's gonna take people a while to trust going out again, even when the doors do open back up. Which is what happened this time. Think about it, nobody was as big as the Wednesday nights are Red Rooster South's biggest night. And there were nights there were 12 people there because people are still not prepared, ready to go. So as far as the dance is concerned, Tia, I just don't know. I've actually tried to get them to come on and talk about, the new normal so we can start getting that conversation going. Nobody's picked up on that, so I guess I'm the only one worried about it. So,
yeah,
but,
we opened before we were ready, and
absolutely,
absolutely.
I said if we, I mean, obviously, I suspect and I hope and I pray that, eventually we can get to a point where maybe we are on the same level as a flu, and I can only pray that we get to this level, right? I can pray that this is not the new norm, and I can pray that we don't ever have to think about this as the new norm. And we can look at this as a flu, because in reality, I know this is really, for me, what it's like with the flu. Like, I know how severe a flu is. I know what the hospital makes the flu season like for us. When flu season hits, they hit us like a ton of bricks at the hospital. If you decline the flu at work, the flu vaccination, because I know a lot of people don't get it, and I get why they don't get it.
Can you decline it at work? Because I thought in healthcare you had to.
In healthcare, you are not allowed to decline it unless you are allergic to eggs, which there's like a specific thing in the flu vaccination that could give you a bad reaction to eggs. And obviously, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor.
Disclaimer.
Gosh, disclaimer. But there's something that with eggs that gives you a bad, reaction. And there's also religious reasons. But they've made it to where, and I know last year they made it to where, if you have a religious reason, they're requiring you to bring in a note from your pastor stating it is a religious reason. That's how bad the flu outbreak can be. So if we get to that point with COVID, if they are able to come up with some type of vaccination to get this thing under control, right? And we now have to do this, which I know eventually I'm gonna probably have to get this vaccination every year, just like I have to get a TB vaccination every year, just like I have to get titers done. And there's all these things I have to do in order to work in, a healthcare facility. It's kind of one of those things.
Because we have to get the TB. I remember when I worked in healthcare, I had to get the TB shot. You had to get certain shots. I'm gonna take a little break for something fun. So this is Sister Circle. So with Sister Circle, we talk about. We'll come back to some serious stuff in a minute. But with Sister Circle, what we do is we talk about relationships, education, mainly relationships, mainly men, mainly women. That's what we talk about. So I'm about to start having Man Cave for Chat with Trina, where I will have men on my show talking about their thoughts. Well, I had some of those men who are going to be on my shows send me some questions, and they're quite interesting. And I'm going to start with the first one. He wrote in, why do women get so upset? No, that's not it. Why is having a monogamous relationship so important to women?
Okay.
Who wants to start?
Tia, you want me to go or you want to go first?
You can go first.
Did you hear the question?
So I'm gonna start by saying I don't think that's important to all women. I'm gonna start by saying that because I think that to group all women into one category is
So we're talking about Fry Road in IT.
I think that all women are not looking for a monogamous relationship.
No, we going to Fry Road in IT.
Very independent.
Before, is that a Lowe's or?
They'd be okay with you not giving them in a relationship. So let me start by saying that.
So,
A, if you are dating me and we're dating each other and we are talking to each other, if I am investing my time, my space, my energy into you, absolutely, I am expecting a relationship out of my time. Absolutely. Absolutely. But this is only what I am looking for. Briana, me. I cannot speak for anyone else. If I am giving you my time, if I'm giving you my space, and especially now, I'm a single woman and I'm looking for something, and I'm obviously young. I'm almost 30. I'm wanting kids, and I'm wanting life, and I'm wanting to build something. So if I'm wanting to build something with someone and I'm established in my own career and I'm looking for someone else to build with, why would I want to build with someone?
Waste my time.
Exactly. Why would I want to build with someone who's looking for a plaything? If I'm looking for a plaything, I'll go play with my plaything that I got in my bedroom. I don't need a man to walk around with me to do that with. You know what I mean? If I want to be honest, because at the end of the day, that plaything in my room will probably do better than you will. If you want me to be honest, I'm just being honest.
You're just being honest. See, Bree, that's why you're gonna make them.
My bedroom will probably do more for me than you ever will for me. So that's just my point of view looking at it. Okay. If that's where we're going, if you say a monogamous relationship, that would be my only take on it. If
Tia, why? I'm sorry, Bree.
Go ahead.
So Tia, why would you think that it's important to women to have a monogamous relationship?
I would say for kingdom building, empire building, to have established something different from what you had. Like, I grew up with a single mom. I didn't grow up with a dad in my house. I definitely wanted to be married, have a family, and have that foundation. So that's why it was important for me to be in a monogamous relationship. Like Bree said, everybody wasn't there. I wasn't there at one point. And everyone doesn't get there. I have friends who will never be married and say that they don't ever want to be married. Really? And that's okay. I don't think that every woman wants that. Every woman doesn't want that fairy tale. Some women just want to be free.
Absolutely.
And I get it. So I guess it's just depends on what you prefer. What are your preferences?
Well, I don't know how to answer that question per se, but I'm gonna give it a go.
Okay.
I would really just say the opposite. Why not? I mean, why I'm kind of like Bree to a certain extent. Why time unless I'm told that from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I, I don't even know how to answer that, to be honest with you. It's important to me because that's what I want. Maybe I should say that. That's what I want. Like
Absolutely.
both of you said that there are people that don't. It's something I want. I want someone who just wants me because that would make me feel so important that somebody just wants you, you know? They don't need
Correct.
nobody else. You know, you're enough. I mean, not saying they don't go out, do their thing, have a good time, but they want you. That's
And
a
one
prize,
at
you
a
know?
time.
Yeah. That's how special you feel that somebody wants you. Only you. I posed the question of
You just
why
want your
don't
own
they
person.
just want my own person. When I'm ready to go somewhere, I want to
I
go.
want someone who wants everybody else. What kind of sense does that make?
Yeah. A lot of men, I wonder sometimes myself, and in my opinion, because I don't know about the younger ones, but some of the older men that I know, I don't understand why they don't want something by now, because they're gonna be old and decrepit and ain't gonna be able to do nothing for themselves by the time they want somebody. What you gonna do then? Who you gonna get? Because the little 16-year-old, she is not gonna be waiting around to help you out. She's not
She gonna be
rolling
waiting
in that.
around for you to
She is
die.
not rolling that wheelchair.
Yes,
She is not gonna sit through them surgery.
That good check.
She gonna push that wheelchair.
Exactly. And yeah, while you at home watching TV, in front of that TV with your little cane or whatever you're dealing with, she gonna be out, gone. Why not get you somebody that care about you and only wants you? Just my thought. Have y'all ever ghosted a man?
Yes.
Y'all have?
Yes.
Oh my God, all the time.
Trina so much. Yes.
Okay, wait. What's your definition? Can you give me your definition of ghosted? Like, what's the definition? What is your definition of ghost?
Definition of ghost is just, y'all, just because y'all made my nerves bad, I'm having a hot
Not to
flash.
get me in trouble. Because look, Bree over here like, you, Bree, yes, you, Bree did it. Bree is like, I am a ghoster. But you gotta
me Casper,
definition.
because I be ghosted.
So, ghosted, in my opinion, is when you just walk away. You just done and you walk away,
No
you don't
phone
say nothing.
calls, no
No
explanation,
phone call.
nothing.
They calling you, they texting you, you just don't say nothing. You don't answer. You just
I've definitely done that before.
Yeah, I've done
This is
that.
why, and let me explain my reason.
tell me your reason.
Yes, Tia, you go first.
When you first meet someone, when I started back dating after my divorce, I probably ghosted a guy or two. And it was only because his position in my life wasn't that important. Like if I had just met you and I was just talking to you and you did something that didn't align up with what I had going on, then there's no reason for me to continue a conversation. And at the end of the day, what do I need to explain to you? You're a 2-week person in my life. What am I?
Oh, okay. I can go with that one. Okay. You on my good list again.
Yes. Or I can give you another example. Or if the guy says something that you know is just like so off the wall, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna remove myself from the situation because I feel like that just wasn't. I feel like you know what you said, so I shouldn't have to explain to you what you did wrong in this situation. So I'm gonna just stop talking to you
because it's something that you probably already talked to him about.
Because you know, yes, like I mean, if I'm talking to you and like you do that one thing that I'm like, you know what? I can't give you an example, but it's just you know that one thing you like creeper center or something that went wrong. I'm just gonna not talk to you.
I would give you an example, but he died, so it probably wouldn't be nice. You know who I'm talking? Y'all know who I'm talking about, huh? On Bree's behalf. You know who I'm talking about?
This Bree?
Birthday party.
Oh no. No, that's my friend. No, that's my friend.
Oh, that's why I'm not gonna say that, but I'm thinking about that. And I'm thinking about it because that's why she walked away from that situation. R.I.P.
Hold it down.
And I'm bringing it up. That's so horrible of me, but it was not for that. I know that that was an issue that became an issue because it became a creeper at the
Yeah,
time.
like creep status. Like, but not even on that level. Like, you could honestly say the wrong thing to me, and I'll never talk to you again.
Yeah, I will tell you
I'm
this.
legit. I am the cut off queen. I will cut you
I've
off for one wrong.
never ghosted anybody, but I'll say this: I
idea.
get turned off. So if you just happen to blow your breath on me and it's bad, I kind of don't ever like you no more.
And I'll never talk to you again.
You know, and it might have just been that one time, but
Can't
do it.
I just want to cut it real quick.
But I don't go ghost. I don't go ghost on people. I tell people what's going on.
No, but my thing is another
I'm sorry.
aspect. I gotta turn in.
This is Briana Hilliard,
Hi,
guys.
y'all. I just gotta step in. My thing is another one. What if like the conversation is great over the phone, but then y'all are in person and it's not the same feeling? Then I'm
But
gonna
you
go.
still can tell them why.
But that's
But
me.
why
bye.
Tia, who invited her?
I invited myself.
What happened?
Sorry, I just had to say. I
get it. Your hair's cute.
I'm sorry.
No, she's fine. So okay, so I can't fuss at the men anymore about ghosting women.
I definitely ghosted a few people, but it's not okay. I can absolutely 100% accept that's not okay. It's not right. I do accept my fault in that. I absolutely accept my fault in that because it's not okay. That could really hurt someone's feelings.
I always felt that it, but the points that you guys are making are different than what I had thought of, because when it happened to me it was different. So my thing is, I feel like you're a coward. I was told before that men do it because they don't want to, it's a long-term relationship and they do it. That's kind of what my mind was when I say ghosting. Long-term relationship, they decide they don't want to do it and they just roll out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and there's no explanation, there's nothing. One older gentleman told me one time that he does it to people because it feels like it's taking off the band-aid and he don't have to hear you say, oh, it wasn't me, I can change, I can fix it. But then I think you're a coward then.
That's super cowardly.
You should be a big boy and be able to
relationship and then just not talk to
don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Now I ain't gonna lie, some friends I've had that I just roll out. But
right. Right.
I can drop a female friend and like that. Dating when you're working in the nightlife and entertainment. Does that draw issue? Has it drawn issues for you guys when you were working in the club business, bartending, waitressing?
I started working in the bar industry when I was about 24. So about 13 years, almost 13.
Wow.
And at the beginning, the relationship that I was in, it was definitely an issue. He was jealous. He didn't like the fact that I was around a lot of people, a lot of guys. When I was coming home late, he just automatically assumed the worst. Currently, my husband, he doesn't worry
have that
about
issue.
Yeah, I don't have that issue. He knows I'm coming home and I'm not doing the most at work. Like literally, when I would go to work, I was going to do my job. I wasn't going to meet guys.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to, do any of that. I was going to work, go make some money. So,
yeah,
I guess it just depends on who you
Did you ever have anybody, when the person that you're talking about, when they first got with you though, did they have the issue?
No.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Of course not. They like it. But then when they can't come up there, or of course they can't be up there every night to watch you.
Because they can't sit there at the bar watching.
Exactly.
What about you, Bree?
I would say I had the same. I've worked in a few different type of clubs, so I would say I can go way back to when I worked in some clubs, some like clubs. And I mean, I've had the ex-boyfriend who came and sat.
Some adult club.
Yes. So I've had the boyfriend that came and sat my entire shift. I had the boyfriend that sat literally my entire shift. I mean, from the time I got there, he would sit at the end of the bar. From the time I got there to the time I left.
So what did he think? Did he think that you were going to stop waitressing and get on the stage?
Oh God. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know what he thought. I couldn't even tell you. I don't know what he thought.
And you were young back then, because the Bree I know today probably would have told him to go home.
God, yeah. I mean, to me, and what's crazy is back then I was in school. I was in school. I was working at a doctor's office during the, like I said, doctor's office during the day. I was working there at night. I was so tired. All I can say was I was tired. I was so tired. I didn't care with arguing with anybody. He would be there from 7 o'clock when I arrived, changed into my uniform, got on that floor. He was there, and he never made a scene, but he was there, and that was just it was like he made it known. And then so the time I left, I closed out with my money. He was there in the parking lot. I mean, but it was always something, and there was always an argument. It was, who is this person? Why did they tip you that much? You must know them.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
So over the top. Why is this guy smiling in your face? Why does this guy like you? And my biggest thing is that we're all so independent, and I think Tia can contest this. Like, we're all so independent. We all make our money, and all that we're doing is trying to get ahead. We're trying to pay for school. We're trying to really get ahead. We're trying to take care of our kids. We're trying to take care of our family. Like, Nia was trying to take care of my grandmother, trying to just do better. Yeah. And it wasn't about men. It wasn't about any of that. I didn't care what this.
Do y'all think that that's the?
Nobody ever wanted. Like, I never was the type who would come to work and look for guys. Like, I would literally tell the waitresses that I train, like, hey, don't talk to these guys up here, because once you stop talking to them, they're still going to be regulars and still coming up here, and then y'all are going to have issues. So don't make a habit of talking to these guys. Y'all talk for a couple.
Yeah.
Weeks, a couple months, then you're not talking, and then here, then you mad, then you don't want to go work in the section he's in, and it's just too much.
Yeah.
Shop for your man outside of work, not at work.
Do y'all think that's the other that women come into the club have a misconception? I know that I had an incident to where I was serving a group, and the guy was gonna tip me, and his wife took the tip from him and wouldn't allow her to tip me.
All the time.
Oh, all the time. If you're a pretty girl and if the wife is there, but you always have
that girlfriend or side piece
or girlfriend, you'll always have that issue too. But the other thing is too, you learn after a while too how to work the floor. The other thing I learned about that is I also learned how to work. You also kind of learn how to respect the room. I can give you an example. If I was coming in, let's say Tia's my bartender and I'm coming in and I got my boyfriend and I got a group of us, the first thing Tia's gonna do as a bartender, she's never gonna speak to me first, whether I'm the one who booked the party or not. I mean, no, I'm sorry, not gonna speak to me. She's not gonna speak to my boyfriend first, whether it's his party or not. She's gonna come to me as the wife of the party
and address the woman.
And honestly, I'm never gonna have a problem with Tia the whole rest of the night, because guess what she addressed? Me. She addressed me. She came to me first, and honestly, I can promise you 9 times out of 10, just unless she's just the absolute total horrible person, she ain't gonna have a problem with you the rest of the night. If you address her, you compliment her, you tell her how bad of a, bitch she is, and you let her and you move on, she ain't gonna have a problem with the rest of the night. Now, you will get, every once in a while, you're gonna get the woman who just don't care. She's just gonna hate you from the night. And honestly, you weren't gonna get a tip anyway. And then you move on and you make the money from all the rest of the table you have the rest of the night.
And you know what they don't get too is that the waitress is, so even if she ain't cool with the bartender, if that's her bartender, not that we would do nothing to drinks, but when I went and told my bartender, she was like, I said, that lady, all them drinks, I took that lady, give me not a penny. And okay, well, don't worry about it. We'll just make sure we only give her a half ounce of alcohol. So you be nice to the bartender and the waitress, you might get
you be nice to them because we're fixing your drinks. And if you, first of all, if people do not know this, if you come in the club, tip your bartender and your waitress, we gonna take care of you. Like, if you don't tip us, you want us to give you, we're going to give you good service anyway, but you want us to go over the top, over and beyond, make you strong drinks, give you a massage, walk into the bathroom, do your food. Like, you want us to do all this extra stuff, and then you don't want to
hold your hair in the bathroom, girl.
Yes.
All the above.
And if you think about the club, when we were working at Rooster North and with that food, what would we do? Go make sure we got their food out. If nobody else go get their food, we go get that food for them to make sure they got their food.
Yep.
So I don't get the not tipping. I tell you what though, I did learn a lesson. So hanging out with Bree, I had to learn a tip. Because that one now, she be tipping. Next question they asked. Even when a man is leading, as he should be, do women ever willingly and happily follow?
Oh, yeah.
You hear Tia?
Boyfriend or you talking about a husband? 'Cause that was different. I said,
Ooh,
are you talking
I
about
know.
a husband
I
or a
think.
boyfriend?
See, he wasn't specific.
See, this
I
is
have
the
a feeling
thing.
he's talking
For
about a
woman, in
boyfriend.
order to be able to follow correctly, she has to be being led somewhere. Like, just because you're a man doesn't make you a leader.
absolutely.
So,
That's true. Where you lead me to?
where are you leading me to? Are you leading me into the fire, or are you leading me into something great?
Yeah, because I've met women or I know women who are with men who aren't leading them anywhere. They're like a hamster on the hamster wheel, not growing, not moving, not anything. And I always wonder, like, what are you doing? Like, he ain't leading you nowhere. What about you, Brie? What do you think about that question?
Right. I mean, it's the same thing. I've never been married. And I guess that would be most likely, I would say, a question for me, being single, and being, I guess, more of the independent person who probably would be more of the difficult person, I guess you can say, and not be the most likely woman to follow. But what I would say to that man that's looking for me to follow him is I am willing to follow, and I'm willing to follow a man who's going to lead me per se, but I'm looking for a man who is going to be my husband, or who is my husband, or
Say that again.
with my husband, who I am marrying, or who is my fiance, who is showing me that that's where I want to be, who is showing me that they are, at least at some point my equal, or going to be my equal, or who is teaching me something. I am constantly learning every day. I'm not perfect. But I know a lot of people that are literally teaching me every single day, Trina. That doesn't, not even necessarily that are my significant others. I have a best friend who literally teaches me something every single day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That is not necessarily my significant other, but just teaches me something, which, progresses me to another level. That means that's a leader.
Oh, absolutely.
That is somebody who is going to, that is somebody I want to follow.
And then somebody that's believing in believing in your hustle, and believing in helping you get to the next level.
Right. And knows my struggle. Yes.
And support, yeah.
Absolutely.
Support.
Doesn't demean me, or doesn't trick me into following them either. Because somebody who assumes that they're of a superior of who you are, you have to be wary of those people who will trick you into following them as well. If someone can trick you into thinking that they are better than you, or that they know more than you, you have to be wary of those people too.
Yeah.
Someone who knows who I am and how smart that I am, but also wants to better me for who the woman that I am. And
I will say,
you're great, but I want to just give you a little bit more. And
right.
Hey, you know what, you've been killing it, but let me just show you this, but not demean you at the same time. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was going to say. Not to make you feel
somebody that basically you can learn from.
That you can learn from, but they're not treating you, they're not demeaning you, they're not treating you like you're just so dumb.
You don't know that.
You don't have to be my man to do that. You could be my best friend to do that. You don't have to be in my pants to do that.
Yeah. I'll tell you that someone that was in my life, he was so smart. I thought he was so smart because I like smart people, and I learned from them. However, this particular person, he took me thinking that he was so smart, he took it for granted. And I went to school, got my degree, got my master's, and I said to him, and we're friends now, we're just friends now. And I said to him, hey, aren't you proud of me? Like, I got my master's degree and everything. He looked at me and said, you don't have to be smart to get a master's degree.
Exactly. So those are the type of people. They will tear you down so quickly over something that you've accomplished and you've done, and you will make me feel this big.
Yeah.
Just to make me feel superior, right?
Yeah. How do y'all feel about virtual dating?
I think it's the only choice we have now, right? I'm not going to your house. You might be COVID positive. I'm not going. I don't know.
I think it could be successful.
I think
It's
it'd be
been
great.
successful for some people. I'm scared.
I think it'll keep people from having sex too early.
You think?
Yes, I think so too.
Yes.
Girl, you can swipe left, right. You know, girl.
That's a good one. Okay. I know some people that have gotten married from people they met online.
Yeah, I think online is the new normal. Like, I don't know too many people who haven't met online and didn't do well. I mean, you get a couple crazy,
well, y'all know.
how many people have you met a person that weren't crazy?
You said online dating?
Oh, about the same thing. It's all the same now.
It is.
But
wait, so
you didn't like virtual dates.
So here's the oh yeah, that would be I would do that. I just don't want to meet
I've
nobody.
heard of people going on virtual dates. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Oh yeah.
But online dating.
But isn't it the same thing?
It depends on the site.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I know people have met great people online, and
I mean, we're not talking plenty of fish. Plenty of fish. I mean, yeah.
If you're on plenty of fish, or what's the other one?
Tinder. You know what you get.
But if you're on Match.com and
so how about this?
And you're paying for a membership because you're actively
it's obvious.
I did right. Well, okay. So here's my story. Quick story. I paid. I thought I'll give this a try. I go to Chicago Bar and Grill. 2 of the 3 people that I know been knowing forever. Here they come up to me, talking about, hey, I saw you on. I forgot what it's called right now. But it's old
people you know.
Like, okay. I don't want. I don't need to meet you there if I'm gonna see you right here. I'm trying to find some different.
Okay. Let me be vulnerable. Let me help you. I am very young. I'm 28 years old. I have online dated, not on Plenty of Fish, not on those websites. I have seen people that I know who are people that I'm really close to, who I also know that have weird jobs, and I'm like, God, why are you on here? Like, really good guys, and I'm like, out of all people, you're on an online dating site, and they just don't have time to date. And I'm really surprised, right? Never made it awkward. They actually swipe right on me too. And I'm like, yo, why are y'all here? You do the quick eyeballs, and you're like, yo, I see you too, but we ain't gonna date because I know you, right? I know you. We know each other. We know, But it's just you make it awkward. You keep it moving.
Well, if that's the response I would have gotten, it wouldn't have been. It would have been probably okay. One of the people have a girlfriend. That threw me off. And so I didn't even know he was on there.
And that's the other part of online.
Yes, exactly. Be somebody else.
I ain't gonna even say men, it's women too.
Okay, but how many people do you meet at the bar that already have girlfriends? Or out at the club or wherever else? I mean, it's catch-22. It doesn't matter where you meet them, they still got wives.
That's what somebody said to me. Somebody said that.
And whole extra lives, and then you find out a year later you've been with a guy who has 2 kids and a whole
family. That is the last question they sent me. But are women becoming cougars out of limited choices or limited mindsets?
Wait, cougars? What do you mean? Like,
cougar is me dating somebody 10, 20 years younger than me.
And honestly, when it comes to cougars, I think about it more sexually. I think that's what we want to get popping. Somebody young, because people their age can't get it popping like that no more.
True.
Oh, and because that was okay. So I guess these are 2 of the same, because the other they sent one more question. I didn't say it. Why do women get so upset if a man in their age group go after younger women?
Wait,
why do men get so upset with what?
Why do women get so upset if a man in their age group goes after younger women? I don't have that issue.
I can care less. I'd be like, if you want to babysit, go babysit.
Okay, so I have 2 questions. So remember we talked. I'm going to talk from a different standpoint. So I have 2 questions.
You different. I've never seen
somebody
your age. You talk a bit older than me.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna say this. Every homegirl I have is much older than me, but I also get along with all the women older than me, and I think from different sides. None of them have ever been upset that I date them and that I date. Never. So when you say that women are upset that they're dating younger women, what women are upset? Now, here's my thing. Are you dating a 28-year-old mature woman like me and you're 45? Or are you dating a 19-year-old and you're 45? That's 2 totally different things.
No.
That's
Or
my
are
question.
you 45 dating a 20-year-old that act like she 10? That could be it
Well,
too.
she's 20. That's
Or
still
are
totally
you
okay,
also
though.
comparing the older women to the younger women? That's the problem.
That's a
That could
different
be
thing.
it.
Like, that's part of the problem when you're like, yeah, I want a younger woman because they're this, and it's like, okay, and in 20 years she gonna be like this, and this. Like, don't do that. That's the only way I can see them getting mad at.
And then I don't know if maybe he took it personal, maybe somebody, because sometimes I throw that out there sometime and I'll say things like someone I knew, y'all know who it is. They always like them young babies. And so I throw something out there every so often and throw a little slug and say, "Ooh, you and these little children." I mean, I may say something like that. Or, you like them little 10-year-olds. I may say that. So maybe they took something somebody said like that and came
Maybe,
up
but
with that.
I see it as that, but honestly, I can say I get it from the same side. I get a lot of men because, again, as you guys know, as my friends, I do date a lot of older men. I get men who feel some type of way because I do usually go for older men. So I get a lot of men that are my age that feel some type of way because I only go for, not only go, but usually I veer toward older men.
They
But
usually
because
know
a
how
lot
to
of men
listen.
that are my age are not really a part where I want them to be. So they start feeling some type of way. So they shoot slugs at older men. So it's kind of like, but honestly, it's kind of one of those things where it's not about who it is. It's just about who you decide to date. Neither one is better than the other because I can tell you a lot of older men got the same bullshit that the younger men got. It's just about who you date.
And there you go. We'll end that conversation right there.
Same bullshit that the younger men got, and the younger women are full of the same bullshit that the older women got. It's all about who you date.
And there you have it. Are y'all doing okay during all of this stuff that's going on? Tia, how are your kids? Are they asking questions? Or I just kind of want to say, kind of wound it up by talking about the racial tensions that we have going. How are y'all doing okay during all of this stuff that's going on? How do you feel about us bringing it to the forefront and things are coming out now?
Yeah, I mean, because as you can see, it's always been there.
Yeah.
For me, I can only speak on, in general, what I've been through. It's tough.
Did you go to a predominantly white school?
I did.
Okay.
It was tough in high school. I can say that I now, being on Facebook recently in the last few years, just last year, found out that a lot of the Black kids that went to school with me went through a lot of things that I went through. I didn't realize that we all experienced some of the same type of racist comments and things that we all went through. We went through it together, and we realized a lot of trauma
Yeah.
that we went through going to school in Klein. It's
Yeah.
it's something that we weren't used to. And I'm from a small town in West Texas. When we moved here, we weren't used to any of this. We West Texas was segregated by a railroad track. So when me and my
Oh, wow.
there, yeah, it's Midland High and Lehigh. It's segregated by a railroad track. There's a black side and a white side. I don't
Wow,
know,
okay.
but
That sounds like a little country town.
it's a little country town. Midland, Odessa is very built up now, but it's segregated by a railroad track. So when we came out here, it was very different. It was still country. It wasn't built up with a whole 99 freeway going through Blue George. I was young when I came out here, but I didn't think of it back then. But now looking back at all the stuff that we went
You can
through,
see, right. You see what was, yeah.
and then growing up in corporate, like I said, I broke down talking to some people at my job about just in general changing my braids. Recently, I started wearing braids and a lot more and stuff at work. I cried the first time I put in my passion twist because I was scared that I wasn't going to look right in my governing board meetings. Scared because I didn't think that they would accept it the same way. I was terrified. I'm the only black. Not only youngest, but I'm the only black person that's in those type of meetings. But I'm also the youngest.
I think I probably would have been worried about if they were dreads, but our culture is being how do I say this the right way?
Straight, curled, perfect hair all the time.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying as far as the way that people think, our culture is duplicate. What is it? What word am I trying to find? Not duplicate it. That's the word, but it's a different word. Our culture is a copy by other people so often. So they love. I mean, even when people say that they don't, they love our culture. They want our culture. They want
Love the culture, the
love
hair,
it.
the clothes,
Oh yeah.
the music, all of it, the sports ability, all of it.
Oh yeah. So once I started being once I started changing my hair and all that, and my CEO started accepting it. I mean, she loved it, and I don't know what I was so worried about. I mean, she's so open and
so it
diverse,
was just a thought you had in
it
your
was
head.
my thought. But you're traumatized though, and you don't think that you are. You're
That's
traumatized.
fair.
It was awakening.
But you know what? My daughter, when she started at the law firm she's natural. So she knows what day or like the interview I'm gonna wear it like this. But when I go to work, I'm wearing it like this.
Oh yeah.
Tia, your kiddos, being young, did they have any questions when all of this was going on with the George Floyd and all that?
Well, yes, I talk to my kids a lot. So anytime anything is going on in the news or anything, then I make sure that I, talk to them about what's going on. My oldest son, he actually went to a protest. So he got to experience that, and he said that he had a good time doing that.
Okay. That was cool.
Right. So, yeah, I just think as far as kids, you have to definitely check on their mental and see how they're doing, just because it's a lot going on with the coronavirus, with them being out of school. Like, they were also
so much.
So they're now having to be at home, and then in addition to having to be at home, they're not even able to go to the fun places that they usually go, like
in the summer too. Yeah,
urban.
There's no break. There's no right.
The fun stuff, because those places. So, and just check on them and see how they do, what's going on, and kind of prepare them as much as I can, so that if they unfortunately have to encounter some of the foolishness that's going on outside, they'll understand what's going on instead of just being completely shell-shocked. And it sucks that we have to prepare our kids like that.
I was just about to say that. I was looking at, my favorite show is The View. Like, I love when something happens crazy, when Donald Trump does something stupid, or somebody political does something, I be waiting for The View the next day, because I want to know what Whoopi gonna say. I want to know what Joy is gonna say. So Tia, as far as your son, I do think it's so sad to have, I'm sure we have to tell our girls, but in reality, you have sons. And so I know that freaks you out a little bit. And you have to teach them how to deal with police.
Correct. My son is at the age now where
is he driving?
Yeah, he's at hanging out with friends, and and a lot of non-black friends. So if he's black, regardless of if you're their friend, you're the black kid. So you just gotta keep them prepared.
But yeah, it's really different. Well, I want to wind things down so we can move on. Thank you, ladies, so much. I hope y'all had fun.
We did. I had fun.
I hope y'all join me again. This was kind of cool. I thought the questions, I was glad that the guys sent us some questions in. Huh? What'd you say, Tia? Oh, she might not have been talking to us.
Yeah.
So Bree, if you want to leave some last minute words, I'm gonna give you two things. One, say something encouraging about COVID, talk to us.
Oh God, encouraging. I mean, I just encourage everybody to
I said it was good to chat with y'all.
I just encourage everybody to wear their masks, stay inside, give us a little bit longer to, switch this curve, and, we'll all be back out soon. And, I'm really ready to be back out and be around our family, but we've got to understand that this is real and it's happening, and I'm dealing with it daily. And,
and go get tested.
Go get tested. Yes.
Yeah. That'll give me another one. Tia, you want to say anything encouraging to us? You're frozen again, girl. I figured she was I think she's in a bad area. Got a bad zone. Guys, I want to say thank you to Tia, and she might
Yes,
pop in.
hello.
There she goes. You gonna say something encouraging, Tia? She keep freezing out, but we'll get her to type it in the chat. But I want to tell y'all, everybody, I want to thank Tia. I got her at the last minute to come on because I thought it wouldn't be fair for Bree to have to answer some of these questions on her own. So, are you saying something, Tia? But thank y'all so much. And y'all, my birthday month is in August, and I've told everybody I'm having a treat, like Oprah's favorite things. I'm gonna have Trina's favorite people in August for my birthday. So these ladies will definitely be back, and we'll have some fun chat. Y'all stay safe. Wear your mask. The order has been extended until what, Bree? August something.
29th, I think. Yeah.
29th. Whenever it's extended, y'all need, if the order wasn't here, y'all need to wear your mask. Wash your hands. Be careful of being too close on people. Tia, you are frozen, just FYI. So we'll catch you next time. We love you. I love you both. Thank you for everything. This was fun. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Briana and Tia, for joining me on Sister Circle today. It was so much fun. I can't wait till we do it again. Hey, guys, we all three thank you for joining us today, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Hey, don't forget, I am trying to get 200 viewers by August 31st. I need you. Go to www.youtube.com/chatwithtrina. Hit that little subscribe, and then that little bell over there, hit that too, so that you can be notified when I upload a new video.